Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Kayfabe Central podcast and another episode of Predict the Bell, an actual Predict the Bell episode. Because the last time for Saturday night's main event, we just decided to go on a ramble and talk about everything else except Saturday night's main event because it was a very small card. But welcome back to another actual episode of Predict the Bell. We are talking about the Royal Rumble that is going down this Saturday, the 2026 edition of the Royal Rumble happening in Saudi Arabia, which we have talked about before, and I have mentioned before that I'm not a fan of it still. But at the end of the day, the Royal Rumble is my favorite pay-per-view, and it's the most exciting. And I was thinking of not to do many like predictions of who's number one and number two and who the final four is going to be. Because usually I like the surprise element of that, of who number one and two is, but I decided, I'm still going to do it anyway. I might as well. So I went ahead and wrote some things down for the Rumbles. More stuff for the men's than the women's because the women's I'm still a little bit lost on. But we'll get there when we get there. If you don't know who we are by now, I am your host, Josh. As always, joining me is Rue on Wrestling
Hello.
and Stu World Order.
I'm trying to think of new ways to say hello every time I say hello.
Hola. Can
Hola!
Oh,
I-
it's the new AAA, Stu. Hola.
Hola, señores! El Triple A!
I see you sounded like El Grande for a second.
Stu, do you have something to tell us? Is that where you've been all this time?
That's why he's so tall.
But yeah, we're gonna be breaking down the four matches going down on the Rumble. The Rumble makes sense to have four matches because both of the Rumbles are probably gonna be like an hour long or so, and then you got two matches just thrown in there. I'm glad it's not what they used to do. Obviously, they never used to have a women's Rumble up until what was 2017, 2018, 2018, right?
Yeah, both Asuka. This sounds worse than Bobby. I mean, it's just both Asuka and Nakamura. I got them on 2018 winning.
Yeah. So yeah, before that it was like we'll throw a bunch of different matches on there because we only have one Rumble, but obviously it's a lot different now. So we're gonna be breaking down both the men's and women's Rumble, and then we got two matches. Let's jump straight into it. We'll skip the self promo and I'll leave that for the end, and then obviously our plug in the middle of the podcast at some point. Um, I didn't even really go in here with an idea of what to start with, but let's talk about something that can lead us into the men's Royal Rumble match. That is the Undisputed WWE Championship match between Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn. Now, a few weeks ago, like literally, you know what? Saturday, I was like, there's a chance that Sami Zayn can beat Drew McIntyre. And then I had a lot of time on my hands, and obviously I think about wrestling because I don't have anything better to do. So I was thinking about that, and I'm like, man, I don't think Sami Zayn is going to beat Drew McIntyre at the Royal Rumble. I think this is just the case of Saudi Arabia loves Sami Zayn, and this is just a credible opponent for Drew McIntyre to beat, and he gets the heat. So I don't think it's any more than that. I think it's still. I'm not saying it's out of the realm of possibility for Sami Zayn to win, because it always is. But I feel like if you have Sammy win here, you're just kind of hot potatoing the title, the world title, for no reason, really. I think it's just going to ultimately end up in a triple threat scenario between Drew, Fatu, and Cody. I think that's the obvious route that they're going to go. I can see that happening at the Chamber. But I'm going to go with Drew McIntyre to retain here over Sammy.
Okay, so I am going to be the optimistic Scotsman, which is a sentence that's never been spoken before in the history of humanity. Because I know the both of you. I've seen your videos. I've done podcasts with Josh. He's just so pessimistic about Drew. So pessimistic. But my boy Drew. And I'm glad you somewhat come to your senses here, Josh. I'm glad we've held it. I'm taking Drew. I'm fully with you. I think there's certainly more of a chance, and this is what I keep saying to like people, like there's more of a chance of Sammy picking up the win here than it would be if it was in like I don't know, like Orlando. But I still don't think it's going to happen. I'm with you. We spoke about it in the coming weeks after Drew won the WWE Championship, that I do think at Mania it's going to be that triple threat. I think it's going to be Fatu, Cody, and Drew, especially after everything else that happened at Saturday's main event. That's the route I think we're going down. And I think what's interesting as well with Sami, again, we're talking about Sami Zayn on the internet. This is a recipe for disaster. Ironically enough, I do want to see that man win a world championship at some point. I don't think it's going to be now. I think it will probably be next year. I think there'll be a big build to it. But they really have put emphasis in this one on the fact that Sami Zayn has never beaten Drew McIntyre. I think he's 12-0 Drew is over Sami, and I believe it will be 13-0 come this weekend.
I'm sticking to my guns. Both of you guys have wussed out. I'm sticking to my guns. I said it as
never
soon
changed.
as Drew. Well, this is true. Okay, the ultimate Scotsman. Josh, you weak son of a gun. You weak son of a gun. You've been turned by the IWC. Well, maybe Sammy's not the best person for the title at the moment. I refuse to be pulled in by them. When Drew won it, I said at the time, he's the easiest person to put the title on so Sami Zayn can take it off him. I'm not wavering from that. It's in the right place. It is the right time. Because see, the thing is, if they wait till next year in Saudi, it's not organic. This at the moment is organic. Next year would feel forced, and we know what we're like when we feel like we're being forced into something. We don't like it at all. Especially with Sami Zayn, the most popular man on the internet right now. So no, I'm sticking with my guns. But I don't think Sami takes it to WrestleMania. I will say that. He doesn't take it to WrestleMania. Cody takes it to WrestleMania.
I don't think either of these guys are taking it into WrestleMania.
Cody's taking it to WrestleMania.
I really don't think that Drew or Sami, whoever is champion at the end of this match, is walking into Mania. I think it's going to be Cody. I think they're going to find a way to get that title back on Cody. And obviously, we're going to talk about the Rumble in a few moments. And we'll get into what we think is going to happen at WrestleMania and whatnot. But I feel like it's with what happened on Saturday night's main event in the brawl between Fatu and Cody and Drew coming out and attacking both of them. Not only did that set up a triple threat match, but it kind of just gave me a sign of like, okay, they're not going to do this for no reason. It doesn't make sense to have this happen here at Saturday night's main event, and then just the next weekend, Drew loses the title because then you lose that Drew Cody Fatu feud. And now you insert Sami into that. Is it going to be like a fatal four-way scenario? Even though he hasn't really been involved with those three as much as like those three have been involved with each other, if that makes sense. So I think that it just lines up for Drew to retain over Sami here. In terms of when Sami does win a world title, God only knows. God only knows when he's going to win the title. If he's going to win a world title, he should be a world champion by now. And I am always going to support Sami Zayn. I'm always going to support a fellow Canadian as well. But man, like I feel like I'm not going to say his time is past to put the world title on him because you definitely still can. But you had a lot of opportunities beforehand to put the world title on Sami Zayn. I don't think now is the time because if you start hot potatoing the title, we just mentioned the IWC. IWC is not going to like that Drew just won the title and Sami takes it off of him. If anything, I think that gets Sami Zayn heat rather than it'll get him cheered in Saudi Arabia, but he's gonna take that flight. He's gonna come back to the. He's gonna go back to the United States, and he's gonna enter Friday Night SmackDown, and he's gonna get booed out of that arena because
What if he cheats to win? What if he cheats to win? What if carrying across his words finally soaked into his brain, and he was like, "Yeah, maybe I do have to do that last bit of nastiness." So he comes into the SmackDown or the Raw after Rumble a heel.
I feel like that kind of just defeats the purpose of who Sami Zayn is and what he's been building for the past year or two or three. Um, yeah, I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening.
See, my question is,
I'm being that guy, and I think it's just gonna be Drew retains because Sami Zayn. I think the same reason you said for Sami to win is the same reason I'm saying Drew's gonna win. Is it's Sami Zayn. It's an easy guy for Drew to go over.
And by the way, what's wrong with a bit of hot potatoing every now and again? I like it. Used to be all the time. It's fun every now and again. Bit of a giggle. Everybody has long range now. Let's just throw the belt around a little bit.
see, my question is for the two of you, because you say you both think it's going to Cody. We can all become friends again as long as you think that that belt at some point is going on Fatu within the next couple of months.
If it doesn't, it's a crime.
Okay, you're my friend, Josh.
I would hope so.
Oh,
I
oh
would
okay,
hope
you
so.
saved it.
I would hope so. Because
Uh,
I like Fatu. I think Fatu is good, and I think he deserves to be a world champion. Whether or not they do that, that's up in the air.
so I said the man ain't slimmed down for nothing. I'm just saying. I said it before.
He's not wearing a top anymore. It's thrown me.
Exactly. He looked freaking. Yeah, he
He
looks
looks
good.
amazing, doesn't he? He looks so good.
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
Well, we could use this to transition into the men's Royal Rumble match. Now I'm not gonna go through like 1 through 30 in terms of who I think's going to come out in those things. They announced, I believe it was like 15-ish people for this Rumble thus
Yeah.
far. So they've announced half the field already, which means the other half is just not. They're not announced. They could be NXT people, they could be surprises, whatever the case may be. Um, where do you guys stand on this Rumble? Like, do you think we're gonna get a lot of surprises in this? Like, I have a few questions lined up, but do you think we're in for a lot of surprises in this Rumble?
Mm, mm, no. Well, I mean, the defined surprise is not what we used to get. I think we are going to get definitely a couple of TNA chucked in there. Mr. Iguanas is going to be there. He just will be. I'm telling you. Though it should be LaParca because his entrance is just the best thing on this planet. That guy. Um, yeah, I don't think there's going to be a lot of like surprises as in like big outsiders coming in. An interesting one actually, because I've seen two things tonight, and I guess it's a big talking point. I'll start the ball rolling on it. Is Mr. Jericho? So for the longest time, I thought he was definitely returning at the Rumble, and then a part of me was like, I don't know. He is currently still listed on the AEW's active roster list.
Yep.
Two other parts that come for though that kind of go against each other is Fozzy next week have a UK and Europe tour. Um, which I was like, well, that's really interesting. But apparently, literally, I've only seen it like an hour before we came on. Apparently, WWE have now trademarked or filed the trademark for Judas. So
Mm.
I don't know where we stand currently with Mr. Jericho.
Huh.
I think it's guaranteed. I personally, I've always presumed. This is the thing when you talk about surprises. I don't think any of the surprises are gonna be that surprising.
Mhm.
I don't think Edge is gonna come back. I don't think we're gonna see MJ rock up, or do you know what I mean? Or Moxley or anyone like that. You know what I mean? The surprises are gonna be, if you don't mind me chucking out a couple of names,
Go for
the
it.
surprises are gonna be Jeff Hardy. The surprises are going to be Dolph Ziggler, like Leon Slater,
Mhm.
like maybe the most surprising, unsurprising one will be Powerhouse Hobbs. I would think.
Mhm.
I don't think there's going to be anybody that we're talking about on Monday mind blown, or Sunday, sorry, mind blown. I don't think contractually we can do that anymore. I think those days are gone, and I think all the oldies that you would bring back are now too old. Um,
It's in Saudi. That's all I'm saying. That
well,
money.
this is true. Hey, if anybody's come back as The Rock,
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
get them dollar bills. So I think surprise is probably not the term.
Yeah, you know what? This is why I have you guys on the podcast because you guys answered two of my questions that I had for you guys. That was Chris Jericho and Powerhouse Hobbs, aka Royce Keys, which is probably going to be his name in WWE.
hmm
Um, the first one being the will Chris Jericho be in the Royal Rumble? I'm completely with you, Rue. I don't think he's going to be in it. Um, it, I haven't seen the report of the Judas trademark or anything like that, but I think it very well could just be for a later thing because I do think Jericho is going to wind up in the WWE, but the closer we get to the Rumble, the more I feel like no, I don't think he's
How
going to be
much
in the
time do we think he has?
yeah,
He's
like
very old.
yeah, so I
One
don't
more European tour could finish him off.
yeah, exactly. Um In terms of the Powerhouse Hobb stuff, the Royce Keys, whatever we want to call him, I don't think he's going to be in the Rumble either. I think he's going to be on the Tuesday episode of NXT to help Ricky Saints in that ladder match. And he's going to be the muscle to fight off Keanu Carver because that is the big threat in that ladder match on NXT. So I think that's where they're going to put him instead. Um, I don't think we're getting a lot of TNA talent in this match. I think we'll get a couple, maybe. They'll definitely try to get Leon in there. Um, that's it, honestly. I don't see them reaching out to anybody else. I don't think any of them.
Are we happy? Sorry.
No, no worries, no worries. I just don't see a lot of TNA talent going out to Saudi Arabia for this Rumble. Like the only one I could see them really wanting there is Leon Slater, and obviously Joe Hendry is a NXT guy. So I'm pretty sure he'll be in the Rumble as well. But I don't expect a lot of surprises. Like we also have people like Randy Orton and Trick Williams and Damian Priest who haven't declared for the Rumble yet. They're definitely going to be in it. The Miz hasn't declared yet, so that's a few spots gone as well. So I don't think we're in for a lot of surprises here.
Oh, Finn Balor will be in it, by the way.
Oh, I've got a pick for this. I'm glad you said that. I've
Go
got
for
a
it.
pitch for it. And Stu's gonna hate it. Um, Kit Wilson comes down to the ring. And no, he doesn't, because he gets smacked in the back by Finn Balor for steel chair.
If that
You can
happens, turn
see
the
it
show off.
you can see it happening right now, I'm telling you.
No, at least give him his whole entrance first. Let him get to the ropes.
I
If
think
that
it's so
happens,
close. I think.
I'm gonna go for it. Shotgun drop kick.
if that honestly, I'm a big Finn Balor fan. If that happens, I will stop being a big Finn Balor fan.
But you don't know how mad I was on Monday after when he attacked Punk, and I was like, no, no, this makes no sense. Stop it. It was so, oh man, I hate it. I hate it.
You've thrown that out into the universe now, Rue. You've thrown it out there.
Apologies. Apologies. No,
I
I agree.
sorry, go ahead, Ru.
No, I was just saying, yeah, no, my whole point was anyway that I agree. I think Finn Balor's getting himself in there somehow.
Oh, 100%. I
Not
think
different.
that'll definitely happen. I was honestly thinking that because I don't think Dominic Mysterio is going to be in here. I don't think he's good to go yet.
Mhm.
But somebody who could potentially be in here, and it's a question I have for you guys. Do we think that Seth Rollins is going to be in this match?
I hate Seth Rollins. Like, honestly, like the man could be dead and I'd think it's a work. I don't trust him anymore because my brain says no, but my brain said no in at SummerSlam, so I don't know. If he is, he's throwing a
I'm
Braun
go-
Breaker.
I'm gonna say yes. Do you know what? It might not even be for a long minute. It might be just to do something, preferably with Bron Breakker. But yeah, do you know what? I was on the fence until he said he's not going to be at the Rumble, and I was like, we played this game before, Seth.
Yeah,
There's no justice.
Ryan Clark from ESPN, man. I love you, man. You're a great football analyst. But man, come on. Come on, man. You can't be doing that. You can't be doing that. Great football analyst is Ryan Clark, but ah, they need to hire
It's a
they
I
need to
love
hire
Seth
more
because of that.
wrestling people for ESPN.
I love Seth because of that. I love it. I love that he's the one man in wrestling you cannot predict.
Yeah.
yeah.
Couldn't predict what happened at the Royal Rumble or at the WrestleMania last year. Some of us kind of half
Mhm.
did, but we didn't predict it.
Mm.
Didn't predict what then happened on the Raw the night afterwards when Braun and the Vision and blah blah blah. Didn't predict SummerSlam at all. That was ludicrous, ludicrous. This guy just keeps us guessing. I love it. Isn't it ironic though? The two people who pretend to have an injury were Seth Rollins and Dom Mysterio, who are both now out with
Yeah, I
injuries.
know. It's
What have you
quite
learned?
ironic of that.
Yep.
It's funny. In fact, actually, just to go back a wee second, because it's something you mentioned, George. I actually have it's similar but different, very different but similar at the same time, an idea of what I think we might see from well Hobbs or Royce, whatever he's going to be called in this, if he is in this Rumble. So the way I was looking at it was, if we see him in the Rumble, I wonder if we see him getting cost somehow, getting thrown out, or someone comes to help him from his former Team Taz stablemate in Mr. Ricky Saints, comes in to get Hobbs out, and then Saints goes on to win the NXT Championship, and then that's your feud. Hobbs, or whatever he calls, goes into NXT to face Ricky Saints, stand and deliver, and then he can win the NXT Championship that way. That's another way I've seen it going potentially.
I don't think they care about NXT that much. I really don't. I really don't think they care about NXT that much.
Mate, I've not watched NXT for 2 weeks in a row. Actually, no, I did last week after you told me to. After watching the Lady Reed match, pretty much is what I'll call it.
Yeah.
As I did, but even this week I've not bothered watching it. It's they've lost a lot. That's the reason why I think they'll what somehow want, and also what you said as well. I do think Hobbs, as much as he's probably more than ready to be on the main roster, I think NXT needs Hobbs more than Hobbs needs NXT at the minute. The fact Shiloh Hill's in the world title match. Come on, dude, come
Oh,
on.
oh, drove me at the wall. You know what though? It's exciting in NXT at the moment because we don't know who the big stars are now. We get to make more, and this is fun. Tony
That's true.
D'Angelo, I don't care what any of you say, Tony D'Angelo is looking like a bad mother effer at the moment, and I like it. I like it. Also, he looks like he's having an affair with Ava. I'm just saying.
I've seen some folks saying that maybe Ava's in it, which I was like, this is going to be wild if it is.
They look at
Man.
each other in a weird way. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But do we not think Hobbs is above NXT? And if Hobbs
Oh
is
no,
going to
yes.
NXT, do you know what I mean? If Hobbs is going to NXT, you sometimes get stuck in NXT for maybe longer than you want to do. And how much was that going to put off AEW people going over to WWE if you know you're going to kind of be stuck in NXT for maybe longer than you want to be? I think he's better. I think if there was ever there was a man made for the WWE main roster, it's already Powerhouse Hobbs. So I think it kind of a waste sending him down there.
So I don't disagree with that at all. I think he is. That's what I mean. I think NXT needs him more than he needs NXT. When it comes to it, it's just the fact they've had this big exodus going up to the main roster at the minute. I mean, it depends on obviously we're not Hobbs, we don't know. But if long story short is like, would you rather at the minute basically be confirmed to be the top of NXT and fighting for the championship, or do you want to be stuck in a feud with the Miz for the next 8 months?
Yeah, very fair. Yeah, I do think that he's going to be brought in for Ricky Saints' bodyguard. Somebody brought up a very interesting point in a comment section that I just read about Tony D'Angelo, and I can't get it out of my head because I can actually see it happening, and it's like it's bothering me. It's irritating me, the thought of this happening, of Tony D'Angelo potentially kidnapping the NXT Championship.
Um, not just to confirm, not like how Mr. Moxley did it.
No, 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 no. He goes into the ladder match and he steals the NXT championship and he runs away with it.
So a la Brock Lesnar from Money in the Bank.
I
just comes in and
yeah,
takes.
I guess so.
Sure. Um,
I don't want that to happen. I don't think that'll happen, but that got put into my brain and I was like,
you're stuck with it.
yeah, I was like, man, they would do that, wouldn't they?
I'm a
They
fan of wild storylines. I'm not a fan of that one.
No, neither am I. No, I'm not saying I am by any means. It just terrified me the thought of that happening. If that happens next week, I will be live on TikTok. I am doing a watch along for NXT on
Oh,
Tuesdays. If that happens, it's gonna
hey,
be a
I'm
bad night.
tuning in.
It's gonna be a bad
NXT's
night.
a scary time at the minute. Like Dark State could hold the NXT Championship and the Tag Team Championships, and I'm scared. Don't know if I'll be able to cope.
Yeah. Cope will
I
not
have
be in
no
the
love for
Royal
that.
Rumble.
Just get that out there as well.
Do we think that because apparently Rey Mysterio is injured, potentially he got a little bit banged up. Do we think Rey Mysterio is going to be in here?
Well, that's fine. I don't think they've announced how bad it was, have they? I mean, I know the ref threw up the X, which is obviously no matter what a bad sign.
Yeah.
But have they actually? He has obviously flown out there because I've seen the photo of him dragging Lee and Pento, and totally didn't spoil the fact that Aleister Black was in the background at all. It's fine, Ray. It's fine. So I don't know. Tell me what. See in kayfabe terms. See if I was Finn Balor and like Ray got injured and he's confirmed to the Rumble, and you're still being told you couldn't come in. I'd be pissed.
Oh, that's what I was thinking. I was like, there's only one reason Ray is in the Royal Rumble, and that is to eliminate Omos. That's it.
Are we bleeding Triple A into the Royal Rumble right here? I'm all
That's
for it.
exactly what we're doing. It's
Give
exactly
me
what we're
it.
doing. You can't have
Inject it into
for
my veins.
if the Royal Rumble is there and we have AAA talent and you're not putting Omos in the Rumble for like 5 minutes, what are you doing with your lives? And if you're not getting the smallest man on the roster to eliminate him, what are we all doing here?
So here's the question: if we have Triple A in this Rumble and we get El Grande Americano, do we have boring old nobody likes Monday Night Raw Americano, or do we have the Stone Cold Steve Austin level babyface Grande Americano coming out? And the man is more over than Stone Cold. Like when the glass shatters, the guy is the most over babyface I think I've seen in wrestling, and I love it.
I cannot understand why it is a thing that
No
he's
one
so
can.
over. And
No
yet you
one
got
can.
their own boy, Vikingo, their own guy. Is so hated. And this German comes over in the most offensive Mexican stereotype you could possibly have. And they love him. Wrestling
It
makes
is
no
brilliant.
sense.
It's it's the bit where we just screen Pendeco at him, and I was like, "Go on, Ludwig."
Um, how many NXT people do we think we're getting in this Rumble match? I mentioned that Joe Hendry is more than likely going to be in this. Do we think anybody else from NXT is going to be thrown in this men's Rumble match?
Page, maybe, Ethan Page.
Ethan Page is a very good try. I was going to say, I was going to say two. Joe Henry's one, and then you said Ethan Page. And now that's definitely my two.
Yeah, that's probably the
Yeah.
only two that they're going to go with. Yeah, like I don't see them going with like Alexis King or something or like
Oh,
one of the new guys they've brought in like Jackson Drake or something. I mean, it would be cool to actually, you know what, to see Jackson Drake. Jackson Drake, by the way, is just such a
He's very
great
good.
piece of shit. He's so good at it. It's like
The whole
oh
you
my
vanity
God,
project.
it's
want to
so
punch him
good.
in the face, and it's like, man, I love this guy. I
And
love
now
He's
he's
he's very good.
now he's wearing that collarless jacket as well. Oh, I hate that it looks good as well. Pisses me
That
off.
that's the whole thing with the entire vanity project. You hate them all. They're young, they're good looking. And you're just like, fuck yeah. Like, come on.
they're
They're
literally
everything we're never going to
standing
be
there.
again.
They're literally standing there with the chair over Joe Hendry, like, we just found the chair here. It was just here. We didn't do this. Like, okay.
I
Uh,
wouldn't be against seeing like some Evolve. Like I don't think they'll do it, but I think it would be quite a good showcase, especially for the bigger talents like Jackson Drake or someone like
yeah.
a Sean Legacy. Well, I don't think they'll do it. I don't think they're going to do that at all. But it would be though. We'll get on to. I think that is one potential Evolve talent we'll see in the Rumble.
I think I know who you're talking about as well.
Oh, oh.
Yeah.
I do think Josh would really like to see Stacks in the Rumble.
I'm not going to
Hey,
make a
that's
comment. I will be very happy for Stacks if he were to be inserted into the Rumble. There's
Stacks and Santino in the Rumble.
Oh,
you guys are pushing it. You guys are pushing it. You know how much I love these people in real life. You guys are pushing it though.
I did see someone make a comment actually, like how dumb the 40-man Rumble was in 2011, but I think more than ever is when they could do a 40-man Rumble again. There's just so many folk.
Easily.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so let's get down to the nitty-gritty of the Royal Rumble here. Who we think is making it out, who we think is making it to the final four, final three, final two, and of course the winner. Now, I'm not confident in the final four that I wrote down because this can go multiple ways, but the final four that I have written down is Braun Breaker, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, and Cody Rhodes. I think that Brock is going to be a number 30. I think that's where he already confirmed that he's in the Rumble, so we know he's going to be there. And I think that's number 30. Um, so that's the final four I'm going with. By the way, speaking of number 30, I think, and I heard somebody else bring this up. You know what? I'm going to add this another question before we get into
Okay.
this. Is it a possibility that because this is Saudi Arabia, you guys are talking about AAA, do we think that we get at number 30 the Undertaker in the
Don't say
Royal
it.
Rumble?
The man's too busy directing the AAA talent. He can't. He's got more important things to do.
I mean, what better way to direct the AAA talent than be in the ring with
I
them
mean,
in the
well,
Royal Rumble?
hey, if Taker and Iguana get to team up, I'm cool with it.
I tell you what, it's gonna be a real shame for my wife if we get all the way to number 30 in the Royal Rumble before I turn the telly off. That's gonna be a tragedy.
Yeah. I just wanted to throw that out there. I hope for his sake that he's not in the Rumble, but I can definitely see them doing something like that. Um, but
He'll
yeah,
win it
that
just because it takes him about half an hour to get to the ring. It'll be over by the time he gets there.
he'll
That's
he'll
a
have his motorcycle. He'll
great
he'll come out
tactic,
as
to
the
be fair.
American. He'll come out as the American badass with his motorcycle.
That is the only way I will accept it. I will accept it if he comes out as the American badass.
There's no way he comes out as the dead man. I highly doubt we'll ever see that gimmick again.
Surely in kayfabe, though, why would you not want to be the dead man? You have supernatural powers. I'm just saying.
They go away after you retire.
Ah, okay. That makes sense.
You have to hand
Um,
him in at the
This is
second
Triple A.
death.
This is why Undertaker's in charge of Triple A, because this is some Triple A level logic right here.
And we love it.
Exactly.
Um, who do you guys think is making it
Okay.
down to the final four? And then we'll get down to our winner, so we think is going to win the entire thing.
So I agree with everything you said, bar one change that I will make. I agree. I think Brock's 30, as much as that's a bit of a just shit stain on the blanket. I think Brock's going to be number 30. And I agree. Roman Reigns is in there. I think Braun Breaker's in there. Cody got to be in there for me, but I'm swapping Brock out for Oba because Oba's chucking Brock out.
I would love it for it to be Oba.
I'm going Oba in there. I'm going him in there. I would love it. I would love it. So we'll get on to it, but man, let's put it this way: my heart for this Rumble belongs to Obafemi. Let's just put it this way. We'll get on to it.
So I'm in agreement with both of you, but with one other change. It is going to be Roman. Brock is going to be in number 30, and it is going to be Roman, Braun, Cody, Randy. Because I think Oba gets rid of Brock before the final four. Because I know, Rue, you say you have a lot to say on Oba, so I'm going to keep it brief with Oba. If Oba's not slapping meat with the beast at WrestleMania, I'm going to be devastatingly disappointed.
He's going to face the Miz.
No, what we're gonna
Miz
get
is
is no. What we'll have is the Miz coming out with Snoop again. The Miz is going to tear his quads, and we're going to get Snoop's as Oba. The Pokemon evolution right there.
Oh man.
No, yeah. I mean, this is the thing. In a perfect world, right now, if you ask me who do I want to win the Rumble, I won't give my final pass back to Josh Fun. But if you ask me who I want to win, it's Oba. I don't think he's going to win, but my heart belongs to Oba in this Rumble. I hope he looks I'm so down for him to break Brock's record as well and just chuck out. I think Brock's record's 13 men. I know that's nearly half the field.
Mm.
I just want Oba to look ridiculous. And I don't want Oba to look strong. I want him to look like Godzilla in there. I don't care. I just the man, the way he's being built up, again, and also just not even losing the NXT title, just vacating it and coming up. Like you've got to think there's massive things in there for him, and I totally agree. Because again, I said I don't think he's winning the Rumble, so therefore I don't think he'll be in a title match at Mania. I think it's Oba and Brock as well. I'm totally on the same wavelength.
Yeah, he doesn't need to be in a title match at Mania. You can build him up and make him a beast. You don't have to rush him.
Yeah.
Um, You know what? Before we get into our final predictions, there was one piece that I wanted to throw in here, and we might as well just talk about the other match that's happening on this card, because in regards to Gunther, who is also having another match, and he's pulling double duty on this show, and he's facing AJ Styles, and if AJ Styles loses, he is going to retire. So we'll circle back to the winners of the Rumble, but. I think that Gunther is going to beat AJ Styles. I do think it's a possibility that they pull a fast one and AJ beats him. But the way I am looking at this is that I think that AJ is done. His contract is up in early February. I can potentially see him traveling around, going to AEW, TNA, and doing some things as well before he officially hangs it up. With Gunther, though, I think if they want to do the the thing of he keeps being disrespectful and the whole locker room hates him. And I'm not recommending this, but I can see them doing it where Gunther comes out in the Rumble, and because everybody dislikes him so much, they all say, "Yo, fuck that guy," and they get him out there in seconds.
I
And
don't like it, but it makes sense.
I have an addition: the person that eliminates Gunther is his WrestleMania opponent,
Hmm.
and that can either be in for me, it would be down to two people: Brock Lesnar, Obafemi. I think those two
I'm
people
on
are
very different
credible
wavelength.
enough to eliminate Gunther in seconds, and it just sends him over the edge, and he's furious the next Monday night on Raw.
Interesting. Still, you go. You had some thoughts. I'm still
I
mulling
have
over.
thoughts. So my thoughts are, sadly, yes. I'm torn. I really like AJ Styles. I don't want him to be retired. But what I don't like is somebody losing a retirement match and not retiring.
Yeah.
That really grinds me a little bit. If you're going to lose it, like, I know he wants to go for a TNA run or AEW or whatever. That's great for him. I hate retirement matches where people don't retire because there's not the stakes. May as well be a lose your job match rather than a retirement match. That being said, I do think Gunther's going to win. I think the person who gets Gunther out of the Royal Rumble is AJ Styles as a parting hurrah. Not legally, he's not going to enter the Royal Rumble, but I just get the feeling AJ Styles is some way, shape, or form going to be involved in Gunther being eliminated. With someone else, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I just think if AJ Styles is going to retire from the WWE, let's leave on a high. Let's get him to get Gunther out before he leaves the building.
Hmm.
I can tell by your
Hmm.
faces you're both very impressed with that idea.
Hmm. Oh, see, to be fair, see, no matter what, I usually say I do not like the man. I've been saying it for months, and then especially when it got announced, I hate the fact that Gunther's in the Rumble. I think it's such a
Yeah,
stupid idea to have him
it
in the Rumble at
weakens
all.
that match so much.
Well, it weakens it. It weakens what they're coming because Gunther. I don't think is winning this. And if as much as I'm on the belief of I want Gunther to win everything, I wanted to win everything, but still we can build. Like if Gunther wins this,
Yeah,
we're just going to start getting the not so good heel heat. It is just going to start to get bad. And I do not want
commitment.
that at all. I do not like the fact they're doing this at all with him being in the match. I agree with Josh. Whoever throws him out, I think will be a very, very by the book build to Mania. Whoever throws him out will be his WrestleMania opponent. Who that is, I don't know. I said I think Brock's a good shout if they aren't going to do Brock and Oba, but I really actually don't know. That's what I mean. I'd rather Gunther just wasn't in the freaking match at all.
Yeah.
um, when it comes to the actual match, though, Gunther and AJ Styles. So when this first got announced, I was like, "There's no way in hell that AJ Styles loses this." I was like, "This is the weirdest thing." AJ Styles is not leaving, retiring from the WWE in Saudi Arabia. And is not happening until they announced the Nakamura match, and I went, "Oh God damn it, he's retiring."
Yeah.
Well, at least from
Yeah.
WWE. As soon as that was announced, I was like, I texted Josh, I was like, "You lucky bastard for one, getting to you just happened to get to go to the best Saturday Night's main event. Sure, that's cool."
Oh, it's such a good match as well, wasn't it? Such
Yeah,
a good match.
The
great
whole
match.
show was actually very good for Saturday's main
It really was.
event. Which yeah, I was very, very jealous of you. But yeah, so as soon as they announced that, I was like, oh shit, he's retiring, isn't it? And then Josh brought up the good point that I originally wasn't aware of until earlier, well, last week, is the fact that his contract is up in February, with the WWE, and he has now made a very apparent statement to say to retire from the WWE. Um, I'm with Josh. I think with what he's going to do, I do see him going to definitely TNA. And I reckon we will see him in AEW as well to say he's part of Phil. I understand what you're saying as well, Stu. If it's going to be a retirement, we may as well just had a loser leaves WWE match than anything.
Literally.
Because that does also make total that also makes sense. So there's a lot. Overall, I don't like how this has been handled personally from the start. At the end of the day, I'm happy for AJ, especially if he gets to go off and do what he wants to do. Because don't get me wrong, without bringing the whole elitist tribalism stuff into it, man, some of the stuff in AEW is like, oh, tasty.
Oh yeah. If you're
Tasty.
AJ Styles, you're looking over there thinking, I want a piece of that.
Oh yeah,
I want to get me some Carl Fletcher.
I want me some Wheeler Yuta. That's what I want. No, to be fair,
By
see
the
if we
way,
get actually, if we get one off, which is a one off question here. If you got one match with him in AEW, who you taking? AJ now.
It's gotta be Joe.
Ooh, Joe
It's
in
gotta be Joe.
AEW. Okay.
Ah, that's sweet. No, I'd Carl Fletcher. I think they test
Fletcher.
strips off each other.
Oh, that's good. See, I'm really boring with mine. My brain instantly went either Omega or Styles. Not Styles, sorry, Omega or Osprey.
Oh yeah,
But
I do think he's gonna do the Omega match. He will
Ooh.
do the Omega match. Yeah, yeah, you're absolutely right.
No, I've changed my mind. I want Osprey now.
I want all of them to be fair. Could we okay, maybe you should just leave and go AEW. Just go TNA. Like, just go straight to AEW.
Sign a
But
six
yeah,
month.
no. Oh yeah, I'll be fine. No, fine. But no, if you can't tell, I do think Gunther's going to retire AJ Styles here. Apparently as well, they have if WWE not tried to get the term, was it career killer patent or something
Yeah,
like that? I've seen.
yeah.
So
Oh,
there
by
we
the
go.
way, Gunther's opponent at WrestleMania is going to be Randy.
Randy's the other one I'm thinking of because I do think it is actually going to be Oban Brock, just something in me. But though I do know they do want to do Brock and they would probably really want to do Brock and Gunther at some point, but especially if they may be saving that for SummerSlam because of the whole
Hmm.
where it is. That's what I'm assuming. So yeah, actually Randy's the other route my brain went, I suppose.
It's
I
just
could
that
see
he's that
Randy.
age.
Yeah, yeah, I could see Randy. I don't know if they're gonna do that Randy match until he's ready to retire though, because I would imagine that Gunther's gonna retire Randy as well. And you know he killed the Legend Killer. That's what it's gonna be. It's a perfect
Oh God,
story.
yeah.
I don't know if Randy's going to hang it up yet, though. He still said he has a few more years left in him. And he said that very recently. So I don't know if it's going to be at WrestleMania that they do it. I wouldn't mind it because, like, you know, obviously they've ran a couple matches before. But I think that's something you save for Randy's last match, unless you do want to have somebody else retire him.
Yeah, I don't think Gunther wins that match at Mania. I think John Cena comes back and stops him, and AJ Styles and Goldberg.
Oh, it's gonna be like the bloody Cody Rhodes match at WrestleMania 40. It's just gonna be like
Yeah.
Cena and that hobbling down the ring.
All of Randy's friends come and save him.
Oh my God,
Does do
did you guys see him threaten Michael Cole on Raw as well? Like, not even
Oh, come
Michael Cole is
on.
safe. Oh my
wait.
goodness.
Hey, all I'm saying, I was going to say the ultimate face turn, by the way, does Gunther eventually put to sleep or kill, whatever way you want to look at it, the final boss?
Hopefully.
Oh, that would
I
be
hope so.
magnificent.
Ultimate face turn.
By the way, I've just figured out who's going to eliminate Gunther from the Royal Rumble. Pat McAfee.
If that happens, I do not to sound like one of our good friends here. I'm turning it off. I'm not watching if he does that.
He threatens Michael Cole one too many times.
Wait, actually, stop it. You've like put something in my brain.
I
Stop
don't think
it.
I don't even think Pat's gonna be in the Rumble, to be honest with
I
you.
hope to God not.
I would rather him
Uh,
be on commentary than him be in the Rumble.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll take that. If it means he's not in the Rumble, I'll take it.
Yeah. I mean, last time he was on commentary and he was still in the Rumble, so who knows? Um,
That
Am I
is.
the only one who likes Pat? I
I don't mind Pat as the person, and I'm okay with him sparring late on commentary. And like, he's also not that bad in the ring. I just like he just grinds my gears. And I was saying this to Josh, maybe it's because I'm not an American football fan. Like I just he's too much sometimes for me, and I'm like, shut up, Pat. Like, see, go back and watch like WrestleMania 40 or whatever, and you're just like, oh, like, the Royal Rumble. And you're like, Pat, shut up, stop talking right now.
yeah, and he played for the Colts too, so I mean, like that in itself. No, I'm joking.
Yeah,
Um,
boo Colts,
I
I'm not. That's outrageous that he played for the Colts. He should be ashamed of himself.
boo the Colts. I don't know.
yeah,
Boo.
I don't have a problem with Pat McAfee. I think he can be entertaining sometimes on commentary, like Ruth said. But when it's consistent and he was there every week, the guy just doesn't fully understand everything about. I know I'm not saying everybody has to understand and figure out everything about this business, but there's certain aspects like saying mocks on commentary on a WWE show, probably something that they didn't tell him to say. So it's like it was kind of cool seeing like hearing mocks on WWE television from Pat McAfee, but you know what? It is what it is. Like Pat McAfee, he's a very funny guy. Like I watch his show sometimes, and he's a very funny guy. Stu just lost his electricity. So
You just
um
complaining how hard that was for me to get off the couch, by the way.
I'm like,
I just see
wait,
Stu look so puzzled when his lights turned off.
wait. I've had the ultimate thought. I know who's getting rid of Gunther and Brock from the Rumble.
Oh boy, who?
Yes.
What's his name? Many Me, whatever his name is from AAA. Many Man,
Me,
Microman,
like,
that's his name. Microman,
Oh
that's
my
his
God,
name.
man.
Microman's going to be in the Rumble.
All right, let's talk about the winner of the Royal Rumble for this year because I feel like we're just getting very, very off track.
Do you know when you sometimes say, I reckon I'd be good in WWE creative? I think only people have just got to watch this one and think, no, no.
Hey, at least we have some ideas. Unlike Road Dogg, who just goes, I don't know.
I just love him so much.
But it was the right thing to do to fire him.
Oh God. Oh man, the most rage bait documentary ever. Man, we'll talk about that on the headlines this week. We'll do that on maybe Friday or something. I don't know. Oh wait, is SmackDown in Saudi this week?
Yes, because I'm finishing work early tomorrow to watch it. I've done some extra work this week so I can finish early.
That's great.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
it starts at 5 p.m. here.
5 p.m.
Yay.
hmm Yeah,
Yeah.
it's early in the Rumble because I think the Rumble pre-show will start at 5 p.m. And then it starts at 7 p.m. But the actual SmackDown starting at 5. At least it said on Netflix last time I checked.
I hate the WWE pre-shows don't have matches on them anymore. It really annoys me.
Yeah,
Oh,
me too.
yeah,
I complain about that every single PLE. Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
ask Rue. I complain about that
Oh
every
yeah,
single time.
but it's so valid though. Like just look at not even just look at AEW now. I know we've been joking around with it, but look at AAA. You got 1 hour, 3 amazing matches chucked on there.
Um, in terms of who is going to win the Royal Rumble, I am still narrowing it down to I am almost certain that Roman Reigns is going to win this Royal Rumble, and he is going to face Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania for the undisputed WWE title. I think that's just the I'm not gonna say the logical way because that's not the way I would book it. But I think that's the way that that is making the most sense to me right now. I don't see Braun Breaker winning this. I don't see Gunther winning this. I don't see Brock could if they want to do him and Punk
Oh,
at
Oh,
WrestleMania.
oh.
Cody's not going to. He doesn't need to. But I'm thinking Roman is the one that they go with here. That's just the one that's sticking out to me the most.
yeah. So I mean, I did a video yesterday talking about some surprise ones that could win. The only one out that I brought up the name Ellie Knight. He's the one I don't think. So it just was a general idea that could get chucked into the universe. Braun, I think is a very very good shout. I wouldn't be in. I even said I don't even know if I would be surprised if Braun actually won it because I think he very much is one of the favorites, especially because I was with you, Josh. We spoke about it on I don't know if the headlines or whatever. That the fact that I thought they had suspended him to keep him out the Rumble, but obviously that just got changed. That's what I thought they were doing. So yes, I think a lot of this does rely around what is happening with Seth Rollins, especially with the whole vision saying that they're going to help Braun. We know that is never what happens. Well, I suppose we say that. Then again, Randy Orton did win in '09 with legacy, so maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, so Braun's a really good shout. Has Fatu declared himself, actually?
No.
No. Maybe Fatu's just an out there left field choice. Maybe it goes to Fatu. Um, I mean, I suppose part Fatu is going to because I think it's also going to Roman Reigns. He's been my pick since I think ages ago, and maybe it's the really boring pick. It probably is. I just see it being Roman. I don't really know where we go because I've literally don't get me wrong. I'm not even going to fight your logic here because I know my logic makes no sense. As I said, I don't think Drew's losing his belt before the Mania, but also if Roman wins, him and Cody for the belt. So maybe you're right. I don't know. I don't want to believe you, so I'm just going to leave it at that. But yeah, I'm going with Roman. I think a big part of it is we all know how much a stinker 2015 was, not just for the match, but for the ending. With Roman winning there, I think they want to right the wrongs, put him into that kind of elite group of two-time Royal Rumble winners, and also to be able to show something at his Hall of Fame induction that isn't him getting booed out the building with The Rock. So I'm going to go Roman. It's maybe the really boring choice, and I appreciate that. But in Saudi, he's going to get a massive reaction. I mean, he's loved everywhere, but especially Saudi Arabia loves Roman Reigns. I'm taking Roman, but my heart wants over.
So I my first video that I mentioned the Royal Rumble this year, I said Roman's winning the Royal Rumble. He's going to face Cody at WrestleMania. The problem with Roman disappearing all the time is very hard to write him a story to get him to Mania. They had one last year, which was I think more luck than judgment. But and they really had to sort of squeeze him into that whole storyline with Seth Rollins and Punk as well. That was not an easy fit. The only story you can tell this year to get Roman to Mania is to have him win the Royal Rumble. That's literally it. That's the only way you can get him there that makes any sense. I'm with you, Rue. My heart says Braun, and it would be a great choice. And if that was the case, Punk doesn't take the title to Mania, Rollins does, because that's the better match for me. Rollins versus Braun at Mania is the better match than Punk versus Braun at Mania. You guys are frozen on my phone, so I don't know if I've frozen on
Oh,
yours.
No, you're
no,
good for
you're
us.
still there.
Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, but I think just for the situation, it's Reigns, and it will get a massive cheer in Saudi. Probably not on the IWC. Will do with the women.
I mean, it's not Sami Zayn, so maybe they will get cheered at IWC. Or Jey so. Oh, you can't wait. Are you looking forward to Jey Uso running it back in the middle of the Rumble? It's happening.
Oh, God.
It's gonna happen.
I
Everyone's in.
that you know what that actually goes into what I was going to ask you because I was going to rewind a little bit of who do you guys think is going to be 1 and 2 for the Rumble?
Rewind.
Because I think 1 and 2, my prediction that I'm going with is Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes to open the Rumble.
Ooh, interesting.
Ooh.
I think
It's
that
not who I
might be
thought you
the
were going
way
for.
that they go.
That's interesting. That is actually not really. That is a very different. I mean, I'm cool with that. Jey Uso. I mean, we've seen it at WrestleMania last year. his entrance suits opening the show not only because I can't be asked with it later on in the show, but it suits like all these opening into the match, if you know what I mean, for the Rumble. My 1 and 2 have actually been the same. I think pretty much. Ooh, maybe not for like I was going to say for a while, but I keep forgetting how recent it has been. And we've seen it a lot, but that's because it's really good. I'm actually going to go with Elio and Carmelo. That's my 1 and 2, and they're just going to let them because we all know the timings of the Rumbles don't make any sense. Number 1 and 2 are in there for about 10 minutes before the number 3 comes out. It doesn't make any sense. So that's always going to be. I think Elio's going to be number 1, and he's going to be my Iron Man of the match, and probably bleed because he's Ilya Dragunov.
Stu?
Oh, hey. Sorry, I'm having real technical difficulties at the moment, but that's okay. So number 1 and 2, I think number 1 is going to be Braun. That's because I think he's not winning it, but he's going to look mega strong. I think Braun is going to be the Iron Man. Number 2, I agree, is going to be Jay, because if he comes in the middle of the Rumble and runs it back,
He's going
I
to
might
do
turn
it.
the telly off.
He's going
There
to
is
do
a
it.
time and a place, Jay, and the middle of the Royal Rumble is not it.
What if he runs it back in the middle of the Rumble, but gets chucked out during his second run it back because he's just not paying attention,
Greatest moment in wrestling history.
and it's Braun or like someone like Braun. So you get Logan Paul Shield, he could do it.
Brock just takes him from the top rope and German suplexes him out of the ring.
I actually think that would kill Jay, so that's not even a joke.
Yeah, he's
I
not the
was
safest
thinking
worker.
I was thinking Jay and Cody because it's supposed to be 90-second intervals for when the next entrant comes out, even though that's never the case. They always mix it up and they never stick to the 90-second time. Stu has left us.
Oh, we've lost
Um,
two. Okay, we'll keep going. We'll run it back.
we're just gonna keep going? We're gonna keep going.
Run it back. Run it back.
Are we gonna keep going? Can he get back in? I don't
It
even.
should be.
Oh yeah, he still has the link. So
Yeah, he should be able to jump. We'll stall for time. We run it back. The talk
yeah,
of Jey
okay.
Uso
Well,
is broken.
we'll keep going, I guess. Should I press pause? Oh, he's here.
Uh, oh, is he heals it back?
Yeah, he's back.
Oh, I've literally just sent a message. Oh, he's not back on my screen. Oh no.
He's coming in.
Yeah. The
There
talk
he
of Jey
is.
Uso
No, we
being
didn't have to
broken.
press pause. Fully uncut. That's how we do it here at Kayfabe Central.
You should. I mean, we just will sit here. We will just sat here being like, Jey Uso, run it back. The entire time. That was just us.
I hate
Uh,
having no broadband.
but I was saying I think that Jay and Cody are gonna open because they have that mutual respect, and I think they're just gonna kill time. Jay's gonna be like, "Hold on, Cody, hold on," and then he's gonna run it back,
Uh,
and then Cody's probably gonna yeet with him, and then they're gonna kill some time. They'll probably chain wrestle a little bit, and then it's probably like Logan Paul or Austin Theory who comes out at number 3, and then Jay and Cody team up, and we don't get a proper Cody and Jay tangle.
Which is a shame.
yeah.
I see. I'd love it if Jay was running it back, and as you said, Cody just dumped him. Like, no, not today. I've got too much to do.
Yeah.
I'm stressed. Go away, Jay. I think actually another one. I don't know 1 or 2. Probably 1 actually. I think would be cool. And I was going to say I don't know what number 2 is, but actually I think it's maybe an obvious choice. I wouldn't mind Trick just for the entrance alone, being like number 1. Oh, I'd be down for that. And then I was going to say I don't know who's number 2, but if it's Trick, surely just put Carmelo number 2 again. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
I'll stick with Elio though. I think Elio will be my Iron Man. I'll take him for that because the guy's just mental.
Mello wouldn't be a bad Iron Man either. I think that'd do him a lot of favors.
Yeah, I think so.
By the way, do we think LA Knight's gonna be in this Rumble?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh well. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got to be. He's got to be. I think
Yeah,
like
I would think
I
so.
think so.
He was one of my choices for the final 4 at one point.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
think
I
he's
mean,
making it that far.
no, I dropped
But
him in
I
as
think
like a
he'll be in
surprise
there.
one, no, but aye.
Yeah. Um, we do have the Women's Royal Rumble to get into, but before that, wrestling can be very exhausting when you watch it every single day of the week. You watch it Monday, you watch it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, like weeks like this week when you have the Royal Rumble, you have AEW Collision that same day, and then it's the same thing every single week. You get tired, you run low on energy, and when you're in a Royal Rumble, you run low on energy, and it's unfortunate that they won't have their hands on W Energy during the Royal Rumble because if you go to W Energy's website, you can enter the code Kayfabe Central to get 10% off any product. Any product on the website, you enter Kayfabe Central, you get 10% off of that product, and you can crush your day. You can get the energy that you need in the morning, whether you want it for streaming, whether you're doing a 24-hour stream, whether you're using it for pre-workout, whether you're using it for whatever. Maybe you need more endurance in the bedroom. Who knows what you use it for? But
I
W
do.
Energy's got you covered because it'll help you with your energy. It'll get you to crush your day. So go check out W Energy. It's in the link down below in the description. Code KFABE Central for 10% off on any product. Let's talk about the Women's Royal Rumble.
I I want to talk about my 10% discount for W Energy now, man. Now that you've just given me one big reason to go and buy it.
Um,
And it ain't the Royal Rumble.
This, this is like when Chris Van Vliet randomly just like promotes Blue Chew.
I mean,
Thank you, W Energy.
Blue Chew, if you want to work something out, um, but we're going to be having more of a Power Ranger scenario with this Women's Royal Rumble, because of what they're supposed to be wearing in Saudi Arabia. So it's gonna be really awkward.
Ah,
Um, yeah, it's unfortunate. However, I we still have some very
point of it,
talented
Morgan.
women in this match. Um, so this match, I'm lost on. I'll let you guys take this one first. How do you see this playing out? Do we see a lot of surprises happening in this match?
Ah, uh, maybe? No, I mean, I think there's probably a bit more of a chance, I would say, with the women's rumble than the men's, but still, I think just the roster's so deep now, and especially with NXT, and also I mentioned earlier that I think if there's going to be one evolved talent, it will be Kendall Graham. So that's who he's all thought as well when I said that.
Yeah,
That's
I think
exactly
put
right.
Kendall in here. I think put Kendall in here, and you know what? I'm okay with her being an Iron Woman in this match. Sod it, make put her in the final four. I don't want Kendall Graham. I think she's so goddamn good. I just think they've just got such a deep roster, even going into NXT as well. If there's any TNA name in it, I think they might chuck Lee. I always get her name wrong. Lei Ying Lee. Always get it. My God. Maybe Chuck Cullen as the Knockouts champion, but I think the roster's so deep. I mean, because the thing is with AAA, I don't think they'll do any of the AAA women's. I mean, your biggest one is your women's champ, Flammer. That's she's very niche to AAA. I don't think we're going to be getting any of that in there. So you've got TNA, Evolve, NXT. You might get someone coming back, maybe a Trish again. It's a high possibility. It's always always when you've got Trish, but I actually really don't know. I was with you when you said Josh. I'm a bit more like lost with the women's rumble. So I guess I'll see what you guys have got to say.
I'm quite clarity of vision with the Women's Rumble. I think it's quite an obvious one. Um,
Oh,
First of all, I think our surprise is Paige coming back.
mm.
If you see her socials and stuff, she has been training. Um, I think you're going to get a good level of NXT talent in there. I think you'll definitely get Sol Ruka. I think it's almost certain you'll get JC Jane in there as well.
yes,
For me, I'd have Jada Parker just come in and win everything.
of course.
Come in number one, stay all the way till number 30, chuck everybody out. I'm happy with that. Yeah, I think the surprise is Paige. I think that's the big return surprise of the day. Can we not do Michelle McCall? Can we not do Brie Bella? Can we not do Maurice?
That's the surprise. Nikki Bella was seen on the flight to Saudi Arabia. There you go. He was in the back of
Oh,
Jackie Redmond's photo.
yay. Yay.
And because
I
Nikki's in it, we'll see Brie.
Do we think AJ Lee is going to be in this Royal Rumble?
I
No,
don't know. I don't think so.
I was thinking that like in the weeks leading up to the Rumble that okay, AJ's got to be in the Rumble. Like she's got to be, and like especially if Becky's gonna be in this Rumble, I think it would make sense. I'm gonna lean towards that AJ is in here, and that's one of the surprises, along with Trish and Tiffany Stratton. I think those are your three big
Oh, definitely,
surprises
yeah.
for the Women's Rumble. And that's really gonna be it. You have a good enough women's division across your brands to not have any surprises. Like, I know
Yeah.
that's the whole thing of the Royal Rumble, but who are you really gonna go grab? And who is really going to go out to Saudi Arabia for a Rumble and wear a Power Rangers outfit that's already retired? There's not a lot of people that are gonna be willing to do that. So stick with the women that you do have on your roster. You have enough for a 30-woman Royal Rumble. So I don't want to hear like, we had to go get, Michelle McCool or, Kelly Kelly because we didn't have enough numbers. Like, come on, you got the numbers, put them in the Rumble. Um, I have no clue who this Final Four is going to be. I can
I
tell
know
you who.
one.
Um, I think if I'm gonna label it down, I think that the Final Four. By the way, I think it's a good chance we get a Bianca Belair return here as well. Um, I think that happens. The Final Four I'm gonna go with is I'm going off the top of my head here because I really couldn't think prior to this. I'm gonna go with Bianca Belair, Becky Lynch, Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, the Final Four. I think that is probably more than likely the going to be the final four of the Women's Royal Rumble. Um, in terms of actually, we'll get into the winners after. Who do you guys think is going to be the final four here?
Uh, Okay, well, I say I have a rough idea, and I know who I've got down to win it. I also just want to say, just to make Stu happy, I think Jada Parker will be in this Rumble, so you can say that mainly because Blake Monroe is going to be in it as well.
Yeah.
That's why I think. Right, in terms of Final Four, I'll get one bit out of the way with this, and I've been saying it for ages. But I'm not going to bring her into the Final Four because we don't know. I'm with you, George. I think if Bianca's in this Rumble, she's going to win it, just straight up. I
Yep.
think that's just the route they're going to go down. But obviously, we don't know that's going to happen, and obviously, like if I think that also that would mean she would be in the Final Four. We don't know, so I'm actually going to like count Bianca out right now because otherwise it makes it very obvious. Because we don't know if she's going to be in it. If she's in it, I think she's winning it. My Final Four will be Liv Morgan, Jordan Grace. I think it's got a very good shout. And then my other two, I'm not as sure on. I want to go either Rio or Io, one of them being in there. And because you said Rio, I might lean towards Io. Why not? And like a surprise, like I know Becky Lynch is definitely a very good shout, but I would love for like a Lyra or, as I said, a Kendall to be in that final four. I think either Kendall or Lyra are really good shouts for being the Iron Woman of the match. For me, I don't know. I mean, I'll chalk Lyra. Why not in there to be just as a bit of a surprise? But the main two that is coming down for me is I know it's the final four, and it's kind of not a spoilery, but we bit I guess. The main ones that are always going to be in there for me are Liv and Jordan. They're the two that I think I've got locked in being in that final four for me.
So my final four is Bianca, Io, because I think she accidentally says goodbye to Rhea, um, thusly beginning something. Um, so yeah, I'd say it's Bianca. I had these in my head a second ago. Bianca, Io Sky, Tiffany Stratton, Chelsea Green.
Hmm.
There was an interesting thing that happened with Unreal, and I think it was a water tester. Was Michael Hayes saying she's not the girl?
Angel
I
comment, by the way.
think I think that was testing the waters to then see what the reaction of people hearing that she wasn't the girl was. Um, there's a lot of people who think she is, and I'm one of them. So I think the tease of her getting down to the final four, maybe even the final two, just have us give that Santino belief for a second. Um, that would be my final four at the moment. Tiffy's definitely coming back. She's definitely getting far.
Yeah.
Can I just quickly jump in, Josh? I know you
Yeah,
normally do
go
because
for it.
it's funny because I was holding off because I technically had a surprise fifth one, and I think Chelsea's going to be technically the last person eliminated because I think they're going to do Rusev 2015 or Santino in 2011 with Chelsea. I don't think she's going to
Mm.
get proper eliminated. I think she's going to be outside of the ring, come back in, then get eliminated. And as Stu said, maybe that is a bit of a test or her lose in defeat. Um, because I'm with you. I know we'd have to take everything on Unreal with a pinch of salt because, like, of course you do. It's like you can never truly trust it.
Wrestling.
Those comments were some of the most ridiculous things I've
Yeah.
ever heard. And by the way, if I'm Chelsea about it, I am pissed if I heard that. You won't be good enough. You're there to make the likes of Charlotte Flair look good. Piss off, Michael Hayes. So yeah, that was
The
actually my
problem,
secret, but
the problem is with Michael Hayes' comments is it was at Chelsea Green. And if you listen to Chelsea Green talk in her interviews, she's probably the one person you could say that about who wouldn't get pissed off about it,
mm,
at least outwardly, because
yeah.
she's such a company person. She's just like, I know my role. I'm a comedy person. I'll do whatever it takes. I'll be on telly every week. And that's all I kind of want. I've got other things I want to do outside of wrestling, blah, blah, blah. So I think the one person you could actually say that about and not have big repercussions is Chelsea Green. I still think what he said was bollocks
Yeah.
and needless unless it was to gauge reaction. Or it's just a man who's very, very out of touch with wrestling. But you tell me what Chelsea Green doesn't have that a champion has to have. We could sit here all day and you won't be able to find that.
Yeah, Chelsea's great.
Oh, I want Chelsea Green to win now.
Yeah, I love Chelsea, and I think those comments from Michael Hayes were absolutely ridiculous. And I think it's more of which the last thing you said, Stu, of that he's just maybe a little out of touch with wrestling because Chelsea Green is a fantastic wrestler. Like, there's some people who only watch WWE that don't actually understand how good Chelsea Green really is. Like, she is such a good talent, and she's so good at her job. Um, but I think it would be cool to give her a very fun spot here in the Rumble. I think that Santino Marella
Yeah.
spot would be pretty cool. Um, I want to
Do you
dial
remember the
back.
can I just say one more thing? Do you
Yeah,
remember
go
the
ahead.
idea they had on Unreal last year?
Yes,
Mm,
yes,
Wouldn't
yeah, yeah.
that be funny? Wouldn't that be funny?
I was thinking about that too.
I know. I did as well.
Um, I want to
Come
dial back though to Rhea Ripley because I think that there's a better chance of Rhea Ripley winning this Royal Rumble than I think people are actually giving credit to. There's a very good chance Rhea just says fuck it and she wins the Rumble. It's a very good chance they go that route. Rhea is a very safe bet. If Bianca's not good to go, then they could easily be like, well, Rhea and Stephanie's a dream match. We'll do that at WrestleMania. We'll have some friction between her and Io. They drop the tag titles to maybe Raquel and Roxanne or Liv and Roxanne, whatever they want to do, or somebody else in the tag division. But I do think that there's a really good chance that Rhea Ripley wins it, but she's not my backup option. My backup option, if Bianca Belair is not in this Royal Rumble, is Liv Morgan. I think she has a much better chance to win this Royal Rumble. They're already doing something with Raquel and Stephanie. They could easily plot the seeds between Friction and the Judgment Day with Raquel couldn't get the job done. Liv Morgan wins the Royal Rumble. She's like, "Here, Raquel, I'm gonna show you how it's done at WrestleMania." And really and truly, Liv Morgan is the bigger star between herself, Raquel, and Roxanne. Liv is the star. They're gonna want to see her at WrestleMania in a big spot. So I think it's a very good chance if Bianca's not here that Liv wins the Rumble. If she doesn't win the Rumble and Bianca wins it, I still see Liv winning the Chamber or something along those lines. But I do think that it's very likely we get Liv and Vaquer heading into WrestleMania.
So interestingly enough, I've got my backup is be to kind of cover Bianca Belair not being in it. And it's also someone I've mentioned. My backup's actually Jordan Grace for Bianca. I mean, I've been saying it over the last year. To be fair, the fact that I was pretty certain as long as Bianca was fit, that they wanted to do Jade and Bianca. That's not all. I think it's not very hidden. I think especially with how badly Jade's title run's been booked at the minute. I mean it's the most obvious and linear approach for them. But again, it all comes down to whether or not Bianca is good to go. If she's good to go, I think she's in it. I think she wins it. I think she goes to face Jade. Simple as. But we don't know that, so that's why I haven't gone with anything predicting with Bianca. That's why I'm going with John in case as a run up, sorry, or backup option, in case Bianca isn't good to go and they wanted to just have something a little bit left field to go in, and then we do Jace, sorry, Grace, and Jade, at Mania, and just, I mean, God forbid, get that title off of Jade, please. But my winner's been the one that I've said pretty much since the summer, since she got injured. It's Liv Morgan. I've been saying it for months now. I'm not about to change my tune. I think it's Liv. Again, if Bianca's not in it, which is what I think. She's what, a three-time runner-up. She always was really well in the bowl. I totally agree. I think there's a high possibility she'll live. Maybe Raquel wins, and they do Raquel and Liv and make that fallout of the Judgment Day. But then it's like, what does Stephanie do? Which I think is a bit awkward. Liv also, she has a very, very good record in Saudi Arabia. It's where she won the Women's World Championship, and it's also where she won the Crown Jewel Championship. So she's got quite a good record in Saudi Arabia. I think it's just a more interesting option than Bianca. I do think Bianca will win it if she's in it, and that's like is what it is. They finally broke the mold with the Women's Rumble for the two-time winners last year with Charlotte. It'd just be nice again, because the thing is, if Liv doesn't win this, I think she'll come run up again, and then that's what, four Rumbles or whatever she's now, three Rumbles. I can't even remember now. She'll be the runner-up in which at some point you've got to give the poor woman a break and let her win it. So I'll go for that. But Jordan Grace is my backup if Bianca isn't fit and healthy, and they want to do a bit of a left field option to go in with Jade at Mania.
So my backup is Chelsea Green, because I've just got these little things. When Shawn Michael won the Royal Rumble, they did this whole thing of his big training montages before he faced Bret Hart at WrestleMania. I've just got kind of this wonderful image in my head of Chelsea Green, who got smashed by Jade Cargill like a week ago, just training routines and montages and everything, just preparing for a WrestleMania match against like basically Dolph Lundgren of Jade Cargill. That's my backup. The winner, if, as you said, Rue, if she's in it, it's Bianca Belair. Her Jade Cargill just writes itself. No thought needed by the writers' room. They can concentrate on something else. I think personally, Liv Morgan wins the Chamber, and Steph Faker doesn't make it to WrestleMania. Steph Faker doesn't make it past next Monday. I genuinely think Raquel Rodriguez wins the title. And then Raquel Rodriguez is the one who takes the Mania. The split from Judgment Day happens. That's why I think we'll get Finn versus Dom at WrestleMania. So I think we get Liv Morgan versus Raquel Rodriguez at WrestleMania, which to me, sorry, Stephanie Faker, because I really like Stephanie Faker, but to me, that's the more interesting match. Rhea versus Steph Faker, very interesting match. But can you have that with face versus face in a massive WrestleMania match? Face versus face matches, unless it gets nasty, rarely works. So I think if that happens, one of them has to be heel. The likelihood is that person would be Rhea Ripley. Because, do we not remember, very much towards the end of last year, a lot of people were saying how Rhea Ripley's character got stale. And it was only kind of the team up with Io Sky that kind of brought her out of that a little bit, I think. I'm talking myself in circles here. I think Rhea Ripley's going to be heel soon anyway, even though she's so popular. But I think she needs it. I think it starts at the Rumble. In what way that is, I don't know. Maybe Io Sky eliminates her by accident. Everything falls to pieces. But I think the more interesting match at WrestleMania for me is Liv versus Raquel Rodriguez. And Raquel Rodriguez, by the way, deserves the title. Talk about the most improved person in 2025. She's been just on a tear. And yeah, I'd like to see her win it. I like the fact, body positivity for women here. I like the fact she's calling herself Big Mummy Sexy or whatever it is. You've got these. Yeah, I think it's such a good message. Oh, I'm going all serious for a second. I hate it, but you've got these skinny, blonde, beautiful women in wrestling. Yet it's the girl you probably wouldn't classically say is your skinny blonde type, is the one walking around calling herself Big Mummy Sexy, and I love it. So just for that, give her the title. But yeah, Bianca wins it for me.
Now, how much of that was hope, Stu, that Raquel wins the title on Monday?
Oh, like 95% of it was her.
I figured.
I, I'm so
That's why I
sad
thought
with
they were
this.
giving Steph the injury.
Yeah,
Well, like she's
yeah.
been walking around in the boot. I thought this is what it's going to be half like hobbling in Steph. So we protect her a little bit, but then we give it to Raquel. But then Steph running about 150 miles an hour on Raw last week. I was like, oh no! I
I've
really
been
like
saying the
Steph
same.
Care, but story wise, they wasted way too much time with Nikki Bella.
Hmm.
Way too much time with Nikki Bella. And we've missed out on some things that I think we could have had. Rhea Ripley being one of them. I don't know why we're wasting half the women we're wasting in the tag team at the moment. I don't get it. I don't understand it.
Yeah, it's
But yeah, so yeah, 95% hope that that's what happens. I've got no beef with Bianca Belair winning the world. I think Liv Morgan, her performance in the Chamber last year is elite.
hmm
So yeah, I've got no beef with that. But I now what you said, Rue, with the fact she's come so close so many times at the Rumble. But maybe that's the story for next year.
maybe. Who knows? Who knows? It's funny actually. I'm sad, like because you guys know I've all the she got credit in his title run, and it's not even
Yeah,
her fault at all.
no,
It's just like I just said, they put all the eggs on bad. This is the issue. Like I not to try and make everyone on the IWC mad again, but they're always mad. Is the fact it's just like it's so weird. It has to be these peaks and troughs of women's divisions at 1 minute good, or the IC titles all and the women's titles up here, and now after 5 we've got the. Why can't they all just be booked good? Why do we have to have this? Like, oh, we can't have a good main event scene because everyone's in the tag team division. I love the women's tag team division over this year. It's been fantastic. The issue is everything else, bar maybe the IC title, has suffered, and I don't know why they has to be the way.
no. Jay Cargill, I've got, for as bad as she sometimes can be, I feel bad for her. It's like, yay, I'm the champion, and looked around in
Oh,
the
give
room
her
and
anyone.
everybody's gone. It's like, oh, what do we do now? Oh, Mitch and Beefab are here.
Yep. I
Yeah.
was gonna say you got Reach and Bishop. That's it.
Yeah, I think
Side note, Kiana James, how good did she look on SmackDown?
great.
Oh, did you? I was gonna say, Josh, how did you deal with seeing that tag match in person?
It was great. The women's tag title match on Saturday night's main event was a fantastic match as well. The view was great from where I was sitting because I had really good seats. So this video is unfortunately not sponsored by Ticketmaster, so I can't use that as a transition. Um, I wanted to go back on something like you kind of brought up, Ru, on the state of WWE because I think that they're doing a lot of good things right now, and a lot of their booking has gotten better. But the problem is they're focusing on a couple areas, but then they're forgetting about a whole bunch of different areas as well. It's They suck at multitasking and they suck at writing different things at the same time. And it's
But
like,
they don't have to. Sorry.
yeah, it's like, man, like they focus on a couple things at a time, which is doing pretty solid, but then the rest, like we talked about the women's US title, is just in shambles right now. So, like, I do like a lot of what they're doing right now, and I think that there could be a lot of positive to come out of this, and come out of what they're doing right now on their product. Like, Raw has been pretty solid, SmackDown has been pretty solid. The go home show for Saturday night's main event was, yeah, it was all right. I didn't expect much from it anyway. My stepdad fell asleep in the crowd during the show, so it wasn't the, greatest show, but other than that, it was a solid show. Um, you guys froze for a second for me. You're back now. Okay. Um, but yeah, you guys froze for like a good like 10 seconds. I was like, okay, or am I gonna lose them?
I
But
was just
yeah.
listening intently.
But yeah, I
Can
do
I go
like
on a rant
where
now?
WWE's going.
feel the need to rant for a second. I'm sorry, but we're talking about like it's hard to multitask. You don't have to multitask. Hire another writer. It's so easy to do. Say, okay, guys, you guys are going to take care of the SmackDown tag division or the women's tag division. These are the people you get to work with. Do what you want with them. You got half an hour in a show. That's your thing. US title. You're going to have these wrestlers to work with. Write the best stories you can write here. You, me, we're going to take the world title. These are our wrestlers we get to work with at the moment, and then we can start interchanging when somebody's getting over or not. It's not hard. It's not. It's like we've got several projects at my job, right? We don't say we're doing really well on this project, but we haven't really given this one any thought. So we're losing quite a lot of money over here. It's not hard. It's not like you can't get writers. You go to anybody and say, "Do you want to come write for WWE?" Anybody in wrestling will be like, "Yes, please." There's your wrestlers. This is the time slot you get in every show. Do something with it. I'm sorry, I'm done now. But I hate it. The men's tag division in SmackDown last year was elite. It was so good. And then all of a sudden it's like, we'll just get rid of those guys and we'll give it to the Wyatt Six, and then we can forget about that for a while. It seems to be a big thing they do. They give someone the championship and then we'll forget about that for a while and we'll move on with something else, which is exactly what they've done with Jade Cargill. I'm not the biggest fan of Jade Cargill, but she's been done dirty. Dirty. The last two SmackDown women's champions have been done dirty. Tiffy Stratton had Nia Jax. And that was pretty much it. Apart from, I think, two other things. She had Nia Jax like 7 times. Jade Cargill had Mission and B-Fab, which, granted, she injured both of them. So they were gone. And they put everybody else in the SmackDown, in the tag division. So both SmackDown Tag Team World Champions have been done absolutely dirty. Sadly, we have a lot less sympathy for Jade Cargill because she can't do anything good with what she does have. I'm done.
Yeah, I mean, no lies. Tell me when he's telling lies.
Exactly. I mean, I think a big part, and again, massive pinch of salt here because you never know. But I think it showed it quite blatantly in Unreal, the fact that not only, and I hate to be the person, oh, we need young people, but like get some younger writers in the room as well. Because like, well, look, just go back how every single one of those old heads sat around the table was like, oh yeah, Pat McAfee should defeat Gunther. Then the one guy went, hang on a minute, that's a really bad idea. Let's not do that. And then they went, oh wait, actually, maybe you're correct. That's where I was starting to that. Yeah, it's quite scary. And then you've got Road Dogg saying he doesn't know what he's doing to book the show. I'm like, well, that's great. Then you've got Michael Hayes. I mean, I'm sure I'll trust Paul Heyman. Why not? But like after that, you're like, though apparently, have they not now? They've done something. I can't remember the guy's name. I'm going to be really mean here. I can't remember. Sort of smaller, middle-aged, bald man who sits in the writers' room on these Unreal shows. Apparently, he's now overseeing the creative of both Raw and SmackDown. So now there's one lead individual. What I believe has been, they've switched it up a bit. Whether or not that makes it any better, I don't know. Because I think they just need more writers. But maybe it works.
Is that a good or a bad thing? I can't tell if that's a good or a bad thing if you've got one person overseeing both.
Well, it depends if he's good or not.
I think I think
if he can handle both, great.
I think the bald guy overseeing everything is just Paul. It's just Triple H.
Yeah, so the bald one that's not Paul or Paul Heyman. Neither of the Pauls.
Neither of the Pauls.
The big LP.
I love it in Unreal, by the way. Any chance Triple H gets to get out of his suit, straight in the leather jacket. Hey kids, I'm still cool.
That's funny. God.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was saying. Oh, wait, yes, because I had a few comments on this. I need to also. Can people learn biology, please? Naomi is not coming back in this Rumble. Understand how biology works.
Oh my God!
She's not coming back.
The amount of times I've had to be not dumbed down to people on comments where you're just like, no, she's not. She is pregnant. It takes 9 months to grow a child. We are not within those 9 months yet.
Please understand biology. It's quite simple.
Oh, man.
Unless she's going to fucking come down like a space hopper.
I mean, I think Josh pointed out, she did say she would maybe come down, baby still in belly on arm, and fight for her title back. So who knows?
Naomi, who knows? The world's greatest crash out. But But that is the Royal Rumble for 2026 and our predictions and breakdown of everything going down on the card. As always, we like to hear what you guys have to say, what your opinions are. Whether you agree or disagree with us, we always love hearing what you guys have to say. So make sure you guys drop your comments down below. Whether you're listening on YouTube or Spotify, make sure you guys drop those comments down below. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so you're up to date with all the videos, podcasts, and interviews that comes to the channel. Check out my recent interviews if you haven't already, like the Ref Karen one, the Jax Williams interview, all that good stuff. It's up on Spotify and the YouTube channel. Check out the Kayfabe Central website. I'm not doing written predictions anymore. I'm just going to do previews on the day of the pay-per-view. So I have to be up very early on Saturday to write up that preview for the Royal Rumble and get that up for you guys. Or maybe I'll do it the night before. I'll figure it out tomorrow. But yeah, make sure you guys check out my TikTok as well. I post a variety of different content over there, all that good stuff. All that stuff is in the link down below. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, the W Energy, you can get 10% off using the code Kayfabe Central. So make sure you guys check all that stuff out in the description down below. Ru, where can they find you?
If I'm around wrestling on TikTok and YouTube, I post a load of shit over there. Go follow me.
Stu?
You can find me on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. I went and got the crap kicked out of me last night, so if you could come give that video some views to help my poorly bones, would be great. Also, thank you, W Energy. My wife says thank you very much.
It's an energy drink, Stu. It's an energy drink.
Energy drink with added benefits.
We'll never get those sales up, bro.
Oh my goodness. I mean, energy is energy, right? That's why I threw it in there. They are not, let me clarify something before they fire my ass. They are not Viagra company by any chance, guys. I that's not what I was insinuating. What I was insinuating, sometimes you get tired, sometimes your significant other is tired, sometimes you just need a little bit of energy boost. And then boom, right there.
Sometimes we're in our 40s.
There you go. There you go.
As you said, sometimes it's just pre-workout. You take that how you think.
A workout is a workout, right, guys? It's 2026, and that is going to conclude our predictions for the Royal Rumble this year. I feel like we're talking about a different kind of rumbling at this point. So we're gonna close out.
We'll get some pre-workout for the Rumble.
Whoosh.
Before this gets any more out of hand and we get canceled right off of YouTube, we're gonna close this out. Thank you everybody if you watched out the entire thing. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all the support that you guys have been showing me all over social media, whether it be Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. I appreciate all the support. You guys are amazing. And you guys are the reason why I continue to do this. Your support is the reason, so I appreciate that so much. And of course, obviously the support from Ontario wrestlers, all that stuff. So it's going to be a great year for 2026 in Kayfabe Central. I got a lot of stuff planned in the coming year and next year as well. I've got some things lined up that hopefully we can make happen. So make sure you guys are staying tuned for all that stuff. I will see you guys on the next one, which will be my SmackDown post show. I don't even know if we're gonna be able to fit a headlines in this weekend, but it will be the SmackDown post show. Whether Rue and Stu will join me for that or not, we'll talk about that. I might go solo. It might be me and Rue. It might be me and Stu. It might be Stu and Rue. Who knows?
That'd be weird. Who's taking the W Energy? Is it you or me, Rue?
I mean, by sounds things you could do if it's some more, so have it.
I will see you guys on the next one. Until then, take it easy.